We were approached by Rhyl Neighbourhood Board to develop a project in collaboration with young people to explore their views on Rhyl and what they would like to see as part of the regeneration of Rhyl over the next 10 years. So, Denbighshire Youth Service's role in this project really was to knit the third sector and young people together in Rhyl to try and answer that question, what is strong, not wrong. The way in which we've done this is we deployed 2 detached teams out on the streets of Rhyl. So we had youth workers literally walking out around the streets of Rhyl, speaking to young people, getting their views, asking them, what is it you like about Rhyl and how can we improve those things? So let's look at the good things in Rhyl, let's look at the strengths of Rhyl and how can we improve on those strengths in Rhyl. So that was one element. The second element of that was the creation of a youth focus group. So we advertised through our social media platforms for any young people that were interested in forming a group to create podcasts specifically about Rhyl. Those focus groups then filmed podcasts in multiple locations all across Rhyl, in youth centres, in the newly built Queen's Market, in Rhyl College, etc. Speaking directly to young people, asking them that question, what is strong, not wrong?
The first of our key findings in this project was that young people need a place to call our own, and they were bringing this up because there are some places that they can go, but they didn't feel like they were designed for young people, and that there were some places that they were, after a certain time, they were being asked to leave, and they felt like this wasn't fair on them, and they felt like they needed more places where they could go and spend time and just relax and hang out. When young people brought this up, we asked them the question of what these places would look like, and they said they'd like them to be more accessible, be open more hours, and have access to support services if and when they need it.
I think that the good things about Rhyl is Queen's Market, but they tell kids to leave at 6, and then that doesn't give us time after to do anything.
So what you're saying is that you feel like it's a bit too harsh on the kids and you feel like there's nothing you can do after school?
Yeah, and they should give us more time to do something after school.
Which is actually understandable because, you know, it's going to make it feel more... You're going to end up getting bored and you wouldn't know what to do, would you? You know, you want to make yourself, like, be more happier and you know what you're doing. Because if you're just walking around the streets, what is there to do? You know, everywhere's closed. Shops close after 5 o'clock in Rhyl, and there's literally nothing to do. So, I get where you're coming from, but what could be better is that maybe they could open a facility like a youth club for people to do every single week, because youth clubs aren't open for as long as they should be. But I think if they made a facility like Queen's Market, but just for teenagers, they could have an indoor football area or something like that, or like a beauty area for young females to do their makeup and stuff. That'd be better, and they could put that money in towards doing that, and that would make it more better for teenagers to do then, and then you wouldn't be bored as much then.
Yeah, they should definitely have an after youth club, so there's things for kids to do, because going around in the streets, it annoys adults and all that, being loud. It's definitely better if they're open every day.
Our second key finding was improvement to existing community assets, such as roof over the skate park, charging ports on the beaches, benches for the fishing lakes, and better lighting in parks.
A lot of them have told us that there are stuff that can be improved, so stuff I don't know, ice skating rinks, or indoor skate parks, or more facilities or more youth clubs in the area. They want that, and we can see it in them. And I've spoken to people that have said, about travel with cost and with the prices about getting here, there, and everywhere. We want to improve that. We don't want to be oh, we can't do something about this. We can, and we need their voice, and getting their opinion about it would help us as a team to come together and listen to young people, because their voice matters as well as everyone else's.
The third and final key finding is better communication for young people. We spoke to a lot of young people, and quite a few of them attended clubs. However, not many of them knew about each other's clubs, and so they feel like one centralised place to learn about all the clubs would be crucial.
Yeah, I think advertisement and social media, it is such a big thing. I'm seeing more, because I'm on various platforms and I see most advertisements specifically around like groups and centres primarily on Facebook, whereas not a lot of the young people nowadays use Facebook. They use mainly TikTok and Instagram. So one way to boost how many youth centres there is either create communities on Instagram or WhatsApp or whatever people are on, but make it more towards the young or towards the adult generation. I think that is a major thing. It is advertisement, but tailoring it more towards what this current generation use. I think that is one of the major things, because I don't think many people, when they walk down high streets, they don't tend to notice or even maybe care to read like posters or billboards, because they're mainly probably scrolling on their phones on the Instagram.
In conclusion, we are asking for you to look into the development of a dedicated youth space in Rhyl. Secondly, we are asking for your support to help develop current community assets, whilst ensuring young people feel heard. Lastly, we are asking for the creation of a centralised communication system, a place where all the clubs and activities can be found together.
So in terms of what kind of, in regards to the youth centres and any kind of support groups, what particular things do you think need to be more spoken about? Like during the sessions, like at the Rhyl Youth Centre, what topics do you think should be spoken about more and bring more awareness to?
With the topics to obviously, speak about,
Yeah.
I think it's just mainly, get an idea first on, what has the IP done during the night. Not necessarily that in a way, but somewhere where they're having a general conversation on what they do on a day-to-day life. And
you feel like it's an open space to be able to do that and not feel judged or criticised.
Yeah,
I think having that kind of open and non-judgmental space is really good, because if you feel like, oh, I don't think I can talk about this, it doesn't feel great. No matter where you are, it doesn't mean particularly Rhyl, it just means in general. Yeah.
And obviously, to have that space where they can talk and not feel judged or anything.
Yeah.
Some people might not only be seeing their, so let's say, they're having a hard time at home and they do see a regular psychologist. Sometimes people only have it once a week.
Yeah.
But I feel like we need that space so people can express that a little bit more in a safer place.